Welcome our followers to AW Academy. The Earth's resources are not evenly spread. This simple fact has profound consequences. It dictates which societies rise and which fall. Access to resources like fertile land, minerals and energy sources fuels economic growth and empowers societies. The lack of these resources can lead to poverty, conflict and instability. Consider the disparities between resource-rich regions and those lacking essential resources. Areas blessed with abundant resources often become centers of power and innovation. This advantage can translate into military might and economic prosperity. Meanwhile, regions lacking crucial resources may struggle to develop and become vulnerable to exploitation. Control over vital resources like oil and minerals has been a major source of conflict throughout history. Nations have gone to war to secure access to these resources. Even in times of peace, the competition for resources can strain international relations. Understanding the dynamics of resource distribution is key to navigating the complexities of global politics. Imagine a South America devoid of its famed gold and silver deposits. Would the Spanish conquistadors have still crossed the Atlantic with such fervor? The lure of precious metals was a primary motivator for their expeditions. Without the promise of gold, their ambitions might have been directed elsewhere. The absence of gold could have drastically altered the trajectory of South American history. The political and social landscape of the continent would likely be unrecognizable today. This counterfactual scenario invites us to consider the profound impact of resources on shaping the destiny of entire continents. Even without gold, Spain might have still sought to colonize South America. The drive for territorial expansion and the desire to spread Christianity were also powerful motivators. The quest for new lands and souls often went hand in hand. Spain's ambitions extended beyond mere economic gain. The Spanish crown sought to establish its dominance in the New World. The acquisition of new territories brought prestige and power. The competition with other European powers like Portugal and England also fueled this expansionist drive. The race to claim new lands was a defining feature of the era. Instead of focusing on resource extraction, the Spanish might have prioritized establishing agricultural colonies. This would have involved a different approach to interacting with the indigenous populations. The impact on the indigenous populations might still have been devastating. The introduction of new diseases was a tragic consequence of European contact. The Middle East, synonymous with oil wealth, would be a dramatically different place without it. The discovery and exploitation of oil reserves transformed the region in the 20th century. It brought immense wealth to some nations, but also fueled conflict and instability. The absence of oil would have reshaped the political landscape entirely. Nations that currently wield significant influence due to their oil reserves would have remained less prominent on the world stage. The balance of power might have shifted towards countries with other resources or strategic advantages. The geopolitical map of the Middle East would look vastly different. Many conflicts in the region have been directly or indirectly linked to oil. Without this resource, the incentive for conflict would be reduced. The potential for cooperation and stability might be enhanced. Without oil, the Middle East might have developed a more diversified economy based on agriculture, trade or tourism. This could have led to a more sustainable and resilient economic model. The Earth's resources are not randomly scattered. Geological processes spanning millions of years have concentrated certain resources in specific locations. Mountains, deserts, and the composition of the Earth's crust all play a role in this uneven distribution. Understanding these geological factors is key to understanding the pattern of resource availability. Mountain ranges are often rich in mineral deposits. The uplift of the Earth's crust during mountain formation brings minerals from deep within the Earth closer to the surface. This process concentrates valuable resources in mountainous regions. The Andes Mountains, rich in copper and other minerals, are a prime example of this phenomenon. Deserts, while often perceived as barren, can also hold valuable resources. The arid conditions can preserve certain minerals that would otherwise erode in wetter climates. The composition of the Earth's crust varies significantly across the globe. Certain types of rock are more likely to contain specific minerals. The discovery of seashells on mountaintops has long puzzled observers. How did these remnants of marine life end up so far from the ocean? This question has profound implications for our understanding of Earth's history. It provides evidence of the immense geological forces that have shaped our planet. As scientific inquiry advanced, more plausible explanations emerged. The presence of seashells on mountains is evidence of geological uplift. Over millions of years, the Earth's crust can rise, lifting areas that were once underwater to great heights. Estimating the age of the Earth has been a long-standing scientific challenge. Early attempts often relied on religious texts or philosophical reasoning. However, with the development of geology as a science, more rigorous methods emerged. James Hutton and Lord Kelvin were two prominent figures in this quest to understand Earth's age. James Hutton, a Scottish geologist, is considered the father of modern geology. He recognized that geological processes operate over vast timescales. He observed the slow but relentless forces of erosion and uplift. This led him to conclude that the Earth must be incredibly old, far older than previously thought. Lord Kelvin, a renowned physicist, attempted to calculate Earth's age based on its cooling rate. He assumed that the Earth was initially molten and gradually cooled down. Based on his calculations, he estimated the Earth's age to be between 20 and 40 million years. This estimate, while much closer to the truth than previous estimations, was still significantly younger than the actual age. The discovery of radioactivity revolutionized our understanding of Earth's age. Radioactive elements decay at a predictable rate, emitting particles and transforming into other elements. This process provides a natural clock that can be used to date rocks and minerals. Radiometric dating techniques analyze the ratio of parent isotopes to daughter isotopes in a sample. By knowing the decay rate of the parent isotope, scientists can calculate how long it has been since the rock or mineral formed. Using radiometric dating, scientists have determined the age of the Earth to be approximately 4.5 billion years old. This discovery confirmed Hutton's intuition that the Earth was incredibly old. It also explained the discrepancy between geological observations and Kelvin's calculations, which did not account for the heat generated by radioactive decay within the Earth. The discovery of radioactivity not only provided a method for dating Earth, but also revolutionized other fields of science. This discovery was a landmark achievement in scientific history. The theory of plate tectonics explains the large-scale movement of Earth's lithospheric plates. These plates, constantly shifting and interacting, play a crucial role in the distribution of resources. The collision of tectonic plates can create mountain ranges, concentrating valuable minerals. The movement of plates can also create conditions favorable for fossil fuels. The location of these deposits is often related to the past movements of tectonic plates. The unequal distribution of resources like oil and gold has profoundly shaped human history. The pursuit of these valuable resources has fueled exploration, conquest, and conflict. The control over these resources has shaped the rise and fall of empires and the destiny of nations. The discovery of gold in the Americas led to the Spanish conquest, transforming the fate of both Europe and the New World. The influx of gold into Europe fueled economic growth and spurred further exploration. However, the quest for gold also led to the exploitation and devastation of indigenous populations. The rise of oil as a dominant energy source in the 20th century reshaped global geopolitics. The control over oil reserves became a source of immense power and wealth. The Middle East, rich in oil, became a focal point of international relations and conflict. The pursuit of resources continues to shape the world we live in today. The future of resource distribution will continue to shape global geopolitics. As demand for resources grows, competition for access to these resources will intensify. This will create new challenges and opportunities for nations and regions around the world. The transition to renewable energy sources will reshape the global energy landscape. The shift away from fossil fuels will diminish the importance of oil-rich regions and elevate the importance of regions with abundant solar, wind, or geothermal resources. This energy transition will have profound geopolitical implications. The development of new technologies will create new demands for specific resources. The rise of electric vehicles, for example, will increase demand for lithium and other minerals used in battery production. The control over these resources will become increasingly important. The sustainable management of resources is essential for the future of humanity. Please do not forget to follow our academy to learn everything interesting and useful. Thank you for following.